If you sell products, you already know one of the biggest challenges can be sourcing from China. For so long, it's felt like this all or nothing game. You had to commit to these huge, high-risk orders. But honestly, in a world where trends change in a blink and supply chains get, well, complicated, that old model just doesn't cut it anymore. So what if there was a better way? Today, we're going to dig into a more agile, low-risk strategy that is completely changing the game for sellers just like you. Does this sound a little too familiar? You've got a fantastic product idea. You're excited, but then you think about sinking thousands and thousands of dollars into a full container only to have it sit in a warehouse collecting dust. Ugh, it's a massive risk, and let's be real, it's a fear that stops so many great businesses before they even get a chance to start. But what if you could just sidestep that risk completely? There's a much smarter, way more flexible approach that lets you avoid that huge upfront investment. It's an agile alternative, and it's called small quantity fulfillment. And hey, this isn't just some theory. It's a model that's already working out there in the real world. A sourcing specialist, Seemab from Chengdu, puts it perfectly. The game has changed. You don't have to think in container loads anymore. Small, smart, strategic orders, yeah, they're a very real possibility now. Okay, so what exactly is small quantity fulfillment, or SQF, as we'll call it? Well, to put it simply, it's a model where you buy a limited amount of stock directly in China and then ship it from there. This means you seriously minimize your financial risk and you totally avoid that classic trap of ordering way too much stuff. All right, so we get what it is, but who is this really for? Is it for everybody? Well, this agile model is a total game changer for two main types of sellers in particular: dropshippers and, of course, traditional retailers. And the benefits are really tailored to how you run your business. So for dropshippers, this is a massive upgrade. First off, you get faster shipping times, which, is everything in e-commerce. And maybe even more important, you get the ability to actually check the quality of your products before they ever get to your customer. Now for retailers, the advantage is all about strategy. You can test out new, trendy products with almost no financial risk. You get to see real sales data before you even think about committing to a giant inventory purchase. Okay, so the benefits are pretty clear. But we all know a great idea is basically useless without great execution. So how do you actually make this happen? What's the secret sauce that unlocks the potential of this whole model? The secret ingredient is, surprisingly simple. It all comes down to proper coordination. The real strength of this model is its simplicity, but that simplicity depends on every single moving part working together perfectly. If you get that right, you're golden. But if you get it wrong, the whole system can fall apart pretty quickly. So what does that coordination actually look like? Well, it's a pretty clear four-step process. First, you've got to source the right products from reliable suppliers. Second, and this is crucial, a quality check. Third, proper packing, so your stuff arrives in one piece. And finally, number 4, on-time shipping to keep those customers happy. And you might be wondering, what's the one thing that makes all 4 of those steps even possible? The real key, the thing that makes it all click, is having local support on the ground in China. Having someone there who can manage suppliers, inspect the goods, and handle all the logistics, well, that's what turns this from just a good idea into a reliable, scalable business strategy. Honestly, having that local support is the linchpin for the whole thing. And once you have a system like that in place, you can finally ask the most important question of all. Is small quantity fulfillment the right move for your business? So let's get to the big takeaway here. This model is the absolute perfect fit if your goals line up with these 3 things. 1, you want to test new product ideas without betting the farm. 2, you want to scale your business smartly and sustainably, not just with one giant risky leap. And 3, if your number 1 priority is cutting down your overall financial risk. If you're nodding along to that, then this is definitely a model you should be looking into. And that really just leaves us with one last thought. In today's market, things move so fast. The ability to adapt, to pivot, that's everything. And sourcing is no different. So maybe it's time to take a hard look at your own operations and just ask yourself, is my business truly agile enough to compete?